Hello. Oh, welcome to the show. I'm your host, JohnnyBagHeadVODs. Sorry, I was too far to the side there. I feel like I've got to look at things. I haven't changed anything. Maybe it's just the camera's like... Yeah, maybe it's like... This camera's better, but it's a lot less adjustable. Like, it's fixed. The other camera, you could, like, pivot it multiple ways, so you could have it point, like, more down or up or turn it, and this one you can't. Unless you put it on the stand, and the stand's too small. And I keep thinking, like, what's happened? Why do I look shorter on the stream? I think I just need to lower... I've got, like, a 2-tier desk. I think I need to lower the back tier. It does not need to be as high as it is. But, so, we're doing something different today. So, last stream, well, I wasn't here Tuesday, but I did tweet out about it. I needed to get an early night, and then I ended up feeling ill anyway. So, I would have been probably cranky on stream anyway, so it's a good thing. So, we're streaming today instead. There's still a part of me that wonders if I'm gonna move doing Fridays instead of Thursdays or whatever. I don't know. But I did say we are going to play Dark Souls 3 next. But it turns out Resident Evil 4 Remake got a demo. And it's out on all platforms. It's even out on my old-ass PlayStation 4 that currently sounds like... right now. Sorry if that was too loud. But... that's an accurate representation. That's a common... If anyone here has got a PlayStation 4, like the original one, PlayStation 3 has a similar issue. When they get to a certain age, their fans just get super loud. I think I need to open both those consoles up and just give them a clean, because I think that's what it is. I think it's just dust gets into areas. Yeah. But you have to... You can only open so much of it intentionally. Like, there's like a top plate you can take off, but I think to completely clean it out, you have to start getting into security screws and stuff like that. But and I knew people would ask about it, and honestly I was curious myself. I actually have not looked at most of the gameplay stuff for this, but I was curious enough that I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it. And we need to go see Dr. Salvador. Who straight up, the chainsaw guys in Resident Evil 4, they were one of the main inspirations for the Baghead stuff. Like, no joke. If you look at my OG Baghead there, you can kind of see it a bit. It's got a bit of Resident Evil 4 vibe. Well, yeah, PC cases, yeah, 4 screws, you don't need tools for on the door, yeah. But, you know, with old consoles, you can open them up a bit, but usually, if you want to fully open them up to clean them, you start getting into voided warranty area. But, it's fine. So, hang on, let me see. Oh, no, that's okay. Just checking Discord for something. So, yeah, we're going to check out the new... chainsaw enemies in this here. Yeah, that's true. The warranty on this is definitely... I doubt it's even a thing anymore. And I do have a backup PlayStation 4 actually. When my sister like swapped to PlayStation 5, she was like, we don't need this one. And I think she just gave it to us. So if I need it, I do have a backup, like, base PlayStation 4. But, here we are. I have done some options, but they're mainly been for, like, accessibility reasons and things like that. I don't know how the game audio is going to be, though, because I have not actually started this. But, unlike the demo... I can't remember, actually. The Resident Evil 2 remake demo was time limited, which kind of sucked. And straight up, people just modified the PC demo to let them play for longer. And I think the Resident Evil 3 demo might have been the same. But this apparently is not. This you can just, you know, do whatever, and it's fine. But I'll have a listen. Oh, my desktop audio's on. There we go.
September 30th, 1998.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn it up.
Day I'll never forget. The cop inside me died that day. And that night, Raccoon City was wiped out, thanks to the bioweapons created by Umbrella. Somehow I made it.
Yeah.
But too many others weren't so lucky. I was asked later to join a top-secret government program. Not that I had a choice. The training, punishing missions, nearly killed me. But at least I kept my mind off everything.
Oh, look, it's Krauser.
If I could just forget what happened that night. The pain, even for a second. This time, it can be different. It has to.
Yeah, it's been 6 years since Leon S. Kennedy survived the Raccoon City incident, an unprecedented biological catastrophe caused by the Umbrella Corporation. Having distinguished himself as a US special agent, he is tasked with locating the president's missing daughter. The search has brought him to an isolated village in Europe, where intel suggests the kidnapped girl was last sighted. Even Leon's past trauma could not prepare him for the nightmare, the insanity that would find him there. Okay, so... Oh, that's interesting. So I guess they just took out the like starting cutscene, but yeah. No, that's kind of interesting they took it out because they've shown most of that cutscene. I will say though, this definitely scaled down to PlayStation 4 really well. Like, the frame rate's not great, but like the fact it's even hitting 60 in some areas, like this still looks really good. That's kind of where we are with consoles now though, where like the difference between like current next gen, it's at this point it feels like it's just certain lighting effects, resolution, frame rate. Okay, we don't have much control yet. Oh, by the way, Clarice, there are some accessibility stuff I can turn on, so if you need me to turn on some camera stuff, do let me know. For example, I can put like I can turn on the crosshair in the middle. I can also turn off camera shake when you're running.
How far could he have gone?
And motion blur, which I think I might just turn off anyway. Where was that? Wait, did that actually... Hang on. I just want to make sure... Yeah. Alright, well, I'll turn off the camera wobble then. Oh no, what happened here? So yeah, I don't know how much of this demo we're going to play, if we're going to do like repeat playthroughs, anything like that. But if we do have time, we will do a bit of Dark Souls 3 as well. But I'll let you know. Also, this reminds me, this is a problem that Twitch has. when there are games that have the same titles as others, Twitch, you need to put, like, an extra text in the category, because having, like, a very, very tiny thumbnail, and that's what you have to base. I understand, yeah, like Google, but Twitch, you know, is a gaming, or, like, primarily gaming platform for its content. Like, even on YouTube, like, it will put, like, the year of a game when it tags a video as, like, oh, it's this game. Yeah, they should do that as well.
Anyone home?
And, heck, there's even some, like, confusing cases where when we did Devil May Cry, there were multiple versions called Devil May Cry, and I don't know what the differences were. Because Devil May Cry 1 HD was listed separate. Well, he doesn't know that. He doesn't know they don't speak English. Hey, we don't even know what country we're in. We're in Europe. I don't speak that language. How does he not? I don't know. Let me know if I do need to turn this up anymore.
Sorry to barge in like this.
There you go. There you go, Clarice. Look, they did listen. Yeah, I'll go up a little bit more. It makes it louder in my ears as well, so that's fine. Oh, you like the chin? Bear in mind, this is the same face model that he had in Remake 2, which is based on a real person. Okay, I will say, coming out the gate, I would have preferred how that plays in the original, where you're suddenly in combat. And it's just like, oh shit, something's happening.
Man, that stinks.
Okay. I already have... Fucking... Oh my god, it's fucking Resident Evil 5 all over again. Yeah, this is what fucking Chris does in Resident Evil 5. I don't remember this being a thing in Remake 2. I might have to... Okay, so they keep the crosshair focus thing that Remake 2 had. I do love the jacket though, yeah. The jacket looks great. But I'm gonna make fun of that. I'm sorry, it looks dumb. It's the dumb. Hang on. What are you saying about the hair? I think that's probably more the lighting. Remember, like, this is a game that I think is more targeting higher, you know, like PS5. I would go look up how the PC version looks and see if it's the same. I want to go check this door back here first, actually. That might just be more a quirk of this engine. Judgment is nigh. I do think it's funny. You were asking about him speaking English or Spanish, and he actually does try to speak Spanish to that guy. So I'm not gonna get over that. That's dumb. You don't do that when you ready a gun, do you? Yankee Doodles in my chat. Confirm. Do you go every time you aim a gun? I mean, I guess if you're really into guns, maybe you do. Ah, yeah, this again. I still want them to let us just turn the flashlight on whenever we want. Oh. This noose doesn't feel very effective considering there's a bench right here you could just sit on. I do like the kind of like seamless cutscene stuff though. That's cool.
Hey. I read you. What's your situation? What the hell's going on?
Definitely very tonally different though. Wonder if we can check. Okay, we do have a map yet. This feel like well remember like Village was very Resident Evil 4
What was that?
already. There's our inventory. I will say I do agree with the people who thought that the this looks a little too... I guess they're going for a more minimalist thing. But the UI design I think was better in original Resident Evil 4. I don't want to be too negative on this, but... Oh! Okay. Fair enough, that's what... Okay. I'll say on that... that is an interesting twist on that first encounter, to have him get back up with the head like that. So, you know what? That's good. That is a good, like... subversion of expectations. Oh yeah, not this way.
Bruce, this is Condor 1.
Hunnigan here. What's your sit rep?
President's daughter, Baby Eagle.
Yeah, Hunnigan.
Our intel was correct then. Well done.
Need a location on a nearby lake. She may have been taken there.
She looks good.
Copy that. I'll see what I can find.
Hurry up.
Please tell me there's armor? What do you mean?
My escorts are... Talk later. Let myself out.
Oh, you can the unlockable armor suit? We'll have to see, won't we? Alright. I do... Okay, there's little bits I like and little bits I don't. Because, in the original Resident Evil 4, you actually manually do that. I think I probably would have preferred having control over doing that, but... At the same time, maybe the idea is they want to show... We'll see, we'll see. I have to think about it. Okay, so you'll have to let me know what you think about this, Clarice. Because I was in another Discord, and there seemed to be a couple of people who felt multiple ways about this. But they saw that this game, like, you know, it's pretty much all the Resident Evil since 7 have done this. That boxes you can break and a couple of interactable things, they do this, like, visual language. Yeah, well, it's fine if you haven't played Resident Evil. No, this is more a question of just gaming things in general. But you see, they use this visual language where this is colored in a certain way. I do want to check something. Yeah. So it's a visual language to kind of denote, hey, this is an thing you can mess with, you can do stuff with. And it was first in... No, well, you know, explosives will be shown as red, typically. And funny enough, I know, I forget the exact developer behind it who said it, but Bulletstorm, the devs actually did try to experiment with making exploding barrels different colors, besides red. And they found that playtesters just were not getting it. And, like, trying to, like, kind of retrain people to perceive, you know, because the way they perceive colors already, it just didn't really work. And this is visual language to kind of, once you do it once, you learn, okay, so if an object's like that, it's breakable and it's going to have ammo in it. And some people were posting images of this and being like, oh, this is terrible, it's handholdy bullshit, blah, blah, blah. And I was among the others saying, like, I don't think this is an issue. I think that's just game design that is fine. It's a way to train players to recognize where breakables are. Because of the visual fidelity you have nowadays, telling what objects you can break and what you can't is a lot harder than it used to be. Like, yeah, the original Resident Evil 4, you could tell when barrels and stuff were breakable because you could discern, you know, just the way the tech worked. It was very obvious when geometry and interactable items were separate. But by the time you got to, like, PlayStation 3 generation, it became a lot harder to tell. And yeah, people would argue that about the spark. Yeah. Some people would argue the sparkle was too much. That even got brought up. They even said, like, oh, it had to be because in some cases the items were too hard to see. But I genuinely think, like, with this graphical fidelity we have now, it is really hard to tell. And one thing I don't know that I've been waiting to find out is if there are breakable items in this game that don't have items in them. Like if you can break other stuff. Alright, got gunpowder. Okay, well that's where the save point is, but we can't save. Okay, Kana says, I think it's good in this case. If not, everything is breakable, and if you were to go around, you'd be wasting your time. Yeah, yeah. I could definitely see maybe the argument that all the, Okay, there's some frame drops you can see. Honestly, I think with this version, this last gen version, they probably should have just put an option. Let me look. I probably would have put like a frame, what would you call it? A frame limit option. Yeah, it is ridiculously obvious. But I think that's, yeah, that's good. You want to train players to recognize on the fly where to get resources and shit like that. I will say though, they already do this little hover thing, and you can't turn this off. And it shows up from like quite far away. So maybe it's redundant to have both. So that I definitely could agree on, but like it's not even that new of a thing. Half-Life 2 started this because in the prompt letting you know you can interact with this happens when you get about 2 meters away from a box. So maybe it doesn't need to be there. But if you're like just panning the camera around fast, the way these are designed with the yellow does make them pop out. And makes it so that when you're kind of like running around, you're less likely to like miss stuff. But unlike say games where they put like big outlines around objects, it doesn't look out of place. Oh no. Oh. Alright. Nice. Okay, do you know what? Alright. No. Okay. Okay, see. Control optimized flame RE4. What does this change? Oh, that puts run on the D-pad, on the face buttons. Oh, this is interesting. Control type for those accustomed to the controls of Resident Evil 4 2005. So, what's the change here? Oh, so they put interact on square, run, crouch. Yeah. The thing I'm gonna say, though, is I kind of wish that there was no, you didn't toggle to run. Or hold. I kind of wish it was just analog movement. I might mess with that. Heck, I might actually, restoring health. You can restore health using herbs. Yeah. Okay. Alright, we'll save it for now. Whoops.
Damn it.
Yeah. I just thought people were making a bit of a mountain out of a molehill with it. I think it's... Okay. Yeah, I just kind of wish that, you ran by default. That's my only real issue, I think, with the control. Hold on, let me just look again. Okay. R1 also makes you run. So maybe I should just be holding that button down instead. Or toggling it on and off with that. Alright, we've still got flash grenades. But yeah, I do think with this art style, things do... Oh yeah, that's the new quick swap stuff, which, fair enough, I think that's something you can add to Resident Evil 4 and it does help. No, a part of me still thinks that you could have re-released a version of Resident Evil 4 that would have had quick swap. It would be cool if there was a hard option to remove all hints. So you can turn the tutorial prompts off. But that's literally just the text that says like, oh, this does this. Kind of things. Oh, hey. Nice, they kept this. That's fun. Oh, they made that way more fucked up. Because, yeah, that guy was not alive when they burned him in the original. You know what? In some place... God, actually here, this is, like, really faithful. I'm, like, looking at the, I'm looking at the layout here. Oh, interesting. That's, like, that's a partner fin. Okay. I wonder if you can stealth. Oh, you can! Awesome! Does this have a harder mode? Well, I didn't see one for the demo. Maybe the full game does? It might be something where you have to unlock it. All the other, like, modern Resident Evils do. So I would not be surprised. Oh. Well, the original was M. So I think so, yeah. Like, the gore we've seen already seems to indicate that. I do like we're kind of in stealth right now. You could do this a little bit in the original. Oh.
Here we go.
Oh god, that's a lot of them. Ah! Hey, I know what that means. Oh, so that's the parry. Uh-oh.
Present for you.
There he is. There's my boy. Yeah. It's... Oh, God. I might have fucked myself over here. There we go. I knew what this was. Yeah, look at him. I do love the redesign here. It was very obvious in the original that they were a regular village model. That just had the, you know, the bag put on. Oh god, it's really popping off here. Yep, there it is.
Oh, nice.
Oh, my knife broke.
Keep coming. You gotta be kidding me. Huh?
Oh, that did not La
campana. Hay que obedecerla.
Él nos invoca.
Okay, I'm trying to remember what the difference is, but I think this is more time limited than it was in than it was originally. I always forget if it's like, I think in the original it's both time or kill limited. Now, this does continue my Resident Evil pet peeve of I don't like characters talking out loud to themselves. I don't mind it when you're like examining stuff because I can at least logic that's internal monologue, but when it's like in gameplay, I just don't want it. It takes me out the experience. It's like, is it me doing the game or is it him?
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
Yo, it's the line, it's the line. Oh man, that body's real messed up. Oh wow, that's it? Holy shit. Okay. You know, for the file size, I thought this was a longer demo. Because this demo was like almost 20 gigabytes. Okay, from what I understand, there's a secret encounter in this demo. Let me look this up. RE4 secret. Hang on. RE4 demo. Secret. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, interesting. Alright. So I was wondering about this. It is definitely like the most noticeable part. I would have probably have made the village encounter longer though. Even if the final game it is that short, it felt a bit too short from like getting seen. Let's see. Okay, now they're so they're straight up there. Okay, so there is actually a another difficulty. Maybe just it seems short because I went the other way at first, but because I definitely feel like that encounter is a lot longer.
September 30th, 1998. It's a day I'll never forget.
Oh, you have to hold it. Okay. Hey, Minnie. So we're gonna try something quick. Do you know what I almost would do? Is I like that early part of the demo. After doing it once, I kind of want to skip it and just start at the village area. Okay, so there is a secret hard mode that apparently is only in this demo. I will say someone misled me about something. Someone told me... Let me see, does it just... Okay, yeah. When I mentioned, like, tutorial pop-ups that pause the gameplay, someone told me there was loads of them, and specifically ones around the breaking items and things like that. We got one, and it was in the pause screen. And all the other stuff we did, like the parry, breaking objects, like there was no text pop-up tutorial for that. Okay. Apparently, there's no real requirements to get this. From what I just looked up, and the website I checked claimed like you just have to keep restarting the demo and it might pop up. I might, yeah. I might even try it with the more like Resident Evil 4 original control scheme where you had to hold a face button to run. Okay. I'll try this a few times. Let me just double check again. Hey, Minnie. Do-do-do. Oh, okay, so it happens when you click new game. But it is random. It'll just sometimes show up when you start game, apparently. Let's see, does it come up after this, or does this just go into the cutscene? It is an interesting secret though, because
September 30.
that's definitely appeasing to people who do like a lot of repeat playthroughs of a demo. Let me just read the... Oh, I closed it. Hang on. Restarting. Let's see. I might have to like... I'm trying to figure out if I need to like completely restart the demo. Okay, I think so, yeah. Luckily, you can actually button through all the opening logos. So, we'll see. I'm not going to do this for too long, no. If I take like another 5-10 minutes and I don't get it to pop, it's something you can definitely look up now, but I'd like to just see it myself. But I remember the Final Fantasy VII Remake demo. I think I hadn't done it in a very long time. I replayed that demo like maybe a dozen or so times. I actually did play it a lot just because I liked it so much. And it was just, straight up, Final Fantasy VII was my introduction to 3D video games. I don't think even at that time I'd seen arcade games in 3D. I'm pretty sure I hadn't. No, I would not have seen an arcade game yet. Because, as I've mentioned, I think I mentioned this on stream, there just weren't arcades where I grew up. Seeing arcades was always something I would see when we went on holidays. Which is a shame. I always wonder, like, if you could make a sustainable arcade place still in this day and age outside of, like, specific places in Japan. I might double check a video just to see what it looks like. Yeah, if it has good food and alcohol. See, to me, that's not always what an arcade is to me. I guess because arcades weren't a thing around here and they were only in holiday places, they usually wouldn't have that because you could go and find that stuff elsewhere. The most is our bowling alley. Our local bowling alley. It's not there anymore, but they would have... arcade machines, though they stopped doing it after a certain year. But that was a bowling alley place first, so I already expected it to have food and drink. The arcade stuff was just kind of like a side attraction there, and they barely had anything. They'd always have like one Dance Dance Revolution machine. And then like one or two other games, but they would not have a lot. And at one point, I think they replaced them all with like crane games and penny machines. In the US, I think people go to cons for the arcades. Well, I know there are like arcade cons where people bring like rare machines and things like that. So I know that's a thing. And there was a shop in this area that was supposed to be like I'm trying to think what you would call it. It was like a gaming hangout place, but unfortunately, I think it was only open a little bit before COVID happened. So that place is long gone. Sometimes gaming stores will bring their arcades to shows all across the country, especially love viewing games or Japanese games. Yeah. I feel like if you were to do an arcade nowadays, you would probably need to go for specific retro stuff. Like you'd want new stuff as sure. But I think maybe if you wanted to have people show up, it might be stuff like, oh, you need like a really good old school Street Fighter cabinet that people can do 2-player on, stuff like that. But I'm just curious about it. I'd have to try and find people who maybe still own like kind of small
1998.
arcades. Let's see. I just want to... Okay, I'm going to try one more reset, and then I'm going to look up a video, because I want to make sure that I'm not burning my chances here. Let's go to YouTube. Okay. For demo. Nope, that's not it. Okay, so there's some sort of prompt that comes up. But it's apparently just completely random if it comes up. Rent is so crazy that anyone could afford the overhead. Yeah. Near where my grandparents lived, there was an older guy who was running an arcade, and it did have a lot of retro stuff. Though, that was like kind of like a resort seaside area, but also a very small one. Like, not like a full tourist town, just kind of like a mini one.
September 30th.
Okay. Yeah, I think from the description, if this pops up, it's going to pop up when I select new game. Let's see. Okay, I've got a few more minutes, and then I'll give up. It's just, I don't want to be spending too long on the stream trying to get this to appear. Like, at least you can get through the... Is there PC? Yeah, this is on everything, this demo. Yeah, the PC version, you could probably just force it. Though I wonder if anyone's actually figured that out yet or not. But from what I've read up, it's apparently just comes up randomly, and you don't even have to beat the demo to see it. I just want to see if it can appear after this. No, I don't think so. Okay. Yeah, if it takes too I'm just repeating myself, I think. But yeah, we'll definitely swap over to Dark Souls 3 soon, because I don't think I'm going to do the demo for another, like, couple of hours. But look at that. You can skip all that. Very nice of them. There it is. Extreme difficulty, Mad Chainsaw mode incoming. Selecting decline will begin the game instant. No. Mad Chainsaw mode will be applied only to this playthrough. You must wait until Mad Chainsaw mode is triggered again for another attempt. This mode is specific to the demo. It is not included in the final game. That seems weird. I feel like people are gonna want this in the final game if it's liked enough. There we go. We got it. Maybe pay, but actually Capcom's pretty good about doing free DLC for their games as well. Like Resident Evil 7 had free DLC. Alright, well this bit we can just kind of run through quick.
How far could he have gone?
Oh! Oh yeah. You know, I should see if you can kick doors open.
Anyone home?
I haven't seen a way to do that yet. Okay, that's skip cutscene. There we go.
This is not good.
Yeah. It's a shame they still do this. I really hope Capcom learns this soon. I don't want my protagonist to talk out loud all the time in video games, because it takes me out the experience. You know, takes away from the idea that
no fucking way.
Oh no. Oh, I'm already dead? Oh well. This, I think, maybe is annoying, this whole random chance of doing the mode. Yeah, now I'd have to, you know, okay. So that does just make the game harder, just more enemies at the start. Alright, well, we're going to swap over to Dark Souls 3 for a bit now. I do really like that demo, though, I will say. Because I think I had a more downer approach to the remake. It seemed kind of pointless to me. And I might not be completely over that. There's still part of me that plays it and feels like they could have just have made like a new game that had these mechanics and design in them, which is essentially what they did with Resident Evil Village. So I guess I'm moaning for nothing, aren't I? I don't know.